And we're on. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Risha. If you're new here, and in this video, I am going to be giving you 5 tips to stay calm in stressful situations, because you know that we have been looking for a house and we were down to 3 days. So before I get into that, here is my husband, Daddy D, Big Daddy D, DD. You guys call him DeAndre. First thing you want to make sure you do, keep something motivational in your mind. A memory verse, a Bible verse, a promise, something that will keep you uplifted during the times of your stress, okay? Because it will get hard, so you need to have something playing in your mind at all times to keep you level, okay? Because that devil will come in like, y'all not gonna get that house. You might as well get ready to go to your mama's house again like y'all did in the beginning. God is not gonna come through for you. But once you start quoting those motivational quotes or those Bible verses, you're knocking them negative thoughts out real quick. So about 3 months ago, we started looking for a house because our lease was about to be up and we knew we didn't want to sign another lease for an apartment. We needed space.
We needed more space.
Which means we needed more rooms. Yeah. We wanted our rooms on the opposite sides. We wanted, he wanted vanity, 2 sinks, a yard, of course, a gate.
We were trying to stay on budget. I don't want to go over that unless you have to.
Had to do the whole 60-day notice, you know, even without having a place to stay, which does not make any sense to me, but follow the rules, right? And we just started looking. So we found a few houses, cool. We went and looked at them. We contacted people, right?
We contact them, and they're like, we can't hold it that long. It's too soon.
No, I'm not stressing. Would you stressing?
Not at that point.
At that point, we're not stressing at all. We're like, okay, that's cool. So,
We'll just wait another month.
We're gonna wait a little longer when it gets a little closer. So we waited right down until it got to the last month?
We had about 30 days to get out.
30 days. Okay, we're gonna get in the car every day and we're gonna go look around at whatever we can find. So we did that. Number 2, you wanna make sure you keep maybe you want to have some music. Put some music on, something that is going to uplift your spirits. Y'all know I have a beautiful voice and you love to hear me sing. It's because I always have music playing at some part of my day just to keep me uplifted. When this one's over here irritating my spirit, I let him know, honey, you irritating my spirit. Let me throw some music on. Okay? And then the Lord consumes me. You know what? Do you like these brows? Do y'all like these brows? So if y'all want to see how I did these, go ahead and shoot on over to my Instagram page at Risha Crutcher. Same name, same game, okay? All right, let's get back into it. Number 3.
Support. Family, friends, lean on them. It's very important to have encouraging and positive people around you that is going to give you the positive outlook versus just saying, you know what,
Man,
I don't know what you're going to do. Trust me, that never helps. It never helps. Having those people around you is very important because we need that. We need extra encouragement. We need family and friends.
In the beginning of this process, I explained to the Lord, this is how much I want to spend and this is what I want with it. And it is my belief that if I ask, He's going to provide exactly what I want. And sometimes, you know, I have to adjust. But these prices were like, no, this is not of God. This is not of God at all, and we're not gonna do that, okay? If I'm not comfortable, if it's not sitting well with my spirit, it can move along.
So we had to go back and crunch the numbers and actually see, okay, well, how much over the budget?
Oh my God, so you're teaching us to trust you.
Go.
Yeah, that was like a trust me, I got you. Don't worry about it. You know, your budget is not my budget. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. So it's like, okay, let's just rearrange the budget. That's what he said. Let's just rearrange the budget. I'm still stubborn. Like, no, we're gonna find something where I want to spend. I'm very, very cheap. So my expectation might have been way off, but you know, he was able to talk some sense into me. So we rearranged a few things. And then we start looking again. We got back in the car and we start looking. And now it's like down to a week. We have 1 week. That's when I started recording. And I had to go on Facebook and I'm talking to realtors, I'm talking to friends, and realtors are calling me and like, what are y'all gonna do? Let me hurry up and help you. Let me try to help you. So thank you to those realtors that were actually out looking for houses for us, knowing the situation that was taking place with everything sky high and trying to get us in the area that we actually want. And then number 4,
I don't remember what you've gone through in the past. If you remember, if I remember, if we remember that the last time you were in an issue, God came through. The last time you had a problem, God fixed it. The last time, when you keep those things at the forefront of your mind, it allows you not to stress as much because you're like, okay, God didn't let me go without a home the last time I was looking. God didn't look at my budget the last time we were looking. Sometimes you don't know what God is doing.
This is his thing, okay? So, young people, married, or young people, we do things, or we've done things in the past that may have not been the smartest financially. So I guess we got down, it was getting late, so we needed to make sure that when we put in our application, it was gonna go through and we're not doing all this in vain. So he sees this house pop up and he lets me know, it's a house on there, I just gonna put an application in. I didn't even look at the house at all. He just was like, I'm gonna put it in and see if we're gonna get approved so that when we find the house that we want, there will be no questions as to if we're gonna get it or not. So he went ahead and put in application, got approved.
You got approved.
Praise God. The person living at this house wasn't going to be gone until after we needed to move out. So that was like, okay, scratch that. And then the last thing you want to just make sure you do is to pray.
Most important thing.
Most importantly, pray. God is going to hear you. He said, ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be opened to you, guys. We have to remember to pray. I was in that prayer closet. We was praying and we was together by ourselves asking God to please come through. So tester house, the application house. He called him back, or he emailed him back, and it was like,
my tenant closed on his house early and he's moved out all of his stuff. I can show you the house tomorrow if you would like to see it. This appointment was at 3 o'clock on Wednesday.
We come to the house, we pull up.
House is nice on the outside.
It looks good, the neighborhood looks good. I'm making jokes with Yanni. I'm like, Yanni, welcome home. And then, it was just a joke. I play too much, I know. And I'm singing. I'm like, what God has for you, it is. She's like, really, Mom? You're joking. Are you joking? This is my house. And when I started singing that, I see the man outside at the corner. He's like looking at me. Here I go, messing up the opportunity because I'm over here singing, acting crazy. With this house, I felt a calm. I felt a peace. I was still a little hesitant because I'm like, you know how sometimes things can seem like the right decision because you're in such a crunch that you just make it the right decision. So I'm like, okay, God, now it feels good. He seems like a good person, but is this really what you want us to do? Is this really what you want us to move? I was like, okay, God, I know my husband's gonna be a little embarrassed by this because he does not like for me to ask for no discounts. He don't like to be, because he'll just pay for it. But I'm like, we're just talking, and I was like, sir, the house is beautiful. I appreciate you for coming out and showing us. But, if you don't ask, you don't receive. So is there any way that you could bring that price down just a little bit for us? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll bring it down some. So he actually brought the price down, and I was like, that was it. That was it, y'all. That was it. That was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. All the friends, all the family, everybody that reached out and attempted to help us, everybody that reached out and that was praying for us, even to the people that I was on YouTube. I watched this one girl's YouTube, and there was a verse on there. So I want to thank you for your YouTube page. I'm going to link her down below. And I just want to thank everybody for all the prayers, because I know that is really what helped us get the house that we wanted, the house that we needed, and I am thankful. Go ahead and click the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't be rude. Say hello. Say God bless. Say anything at the bottom so that I can talk back to you, because it's what I like to do. Okay? Don't come up in my house and not speak. That's rude. We'll see you on the next video. Bye.